Brighton and Hove Albion have signed the Moises Caicedo replacement in tremendous fashion, bringing in the Cameroonian and LOSC Lille wonderkid in Carlos Baleba. This is a tremendous deal, and this has been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano, and this is a huge deal for Brighton and Hove Albion and Cameroon. Carlos Baleba is a huge midfield wonderkid with so much talent, so much excitement, and this is a huge signing. I don't understand how Brighton and Hove Albion can continue to go out and play this money ball, bring in extreme talent, rise them to the top, and replace them at a huge and quick, tremendous fashion. This scouting department is absolutely fantastic. But this was all broken by Fabrizio Romano on August 26, just 2 days ago. As he reported, Carlos Baleba to Brighton, here we go. And once you hear that, here we go, guys, that transfer is underway and is official. Verbal agreement reached with LOSC Lille for 27 million fixed fee with 3 million in add-ons. So this is a 30 million deal. Personal terms agreed, medical booked, 2004 born midfielder will replace Moises Caicedo. Exclusive from 2 weeks ago, confirmed. And then just 8 hours ago, Fabrizio Romano went on to tweet this. Carlos Baleba now in England and set to undergo medical tests as new Brighton player. 2004 born midfielder will cost 30 million add-ons. And this deal is absolutely fantastic. I'm in love with this move. This is huge for the Cameroonian national team to get another really exciting top talent, a wonderkid midfielder who is going to burst onto the scene with a tremendous club, a brilliant manager, one of the best in world football, in my opinion, in Roberto De Zerbi, and he's going to go straight in the squad. There's no if, buts, maybes about this. He's not going to be a rotational, he's not going to be a reserve. Carlos Baleba is going to walk straight in this side. After selling Moises Caicedo, Brighton and Hove Albion don't have a single number 6, a single defensive midfielder on their roster. If you look at what Brighton and Hove Albion has after selling Moises Caicedo, they have the likes of Mohamed Dahoud, who for me is definitely not a number 6, he is a box-to-box. They have Billy Gilmore, who can play there, but he is not a player who's going to get stuck into a challenge or win the ball back. Jakob Moder, currently injured, is more so a box-to-box, but can play as a 6, and having the likes of Pascal Gross, Steven Alzate, as well as James Milner, none of those players are a true 6, but Carlos Baleba is. And this is extremely exciting. The young 20-year-old is a perfect replacement for Moises Caicedo, as this season he has only come in for 2 matches, having 61 minutes, and I'm sure the lack of game time there is definitely down to a transfer being on the cards for him to go to the Premier League in Brighton and Hove Albion, which is now 100% done and on the cards and will be official probably tomorrow or within the next couple of days. And this move for Carlos Baleba is massive. A 19-year-old getting a move to the likes of Brighton and Hove Albion, a team that has consistently brought through top talent. And of course, you already have to look at Brighton right now and see what they're doing with some of their top players. And they have some brilliant African players at the side already. For likes of Tariq Lamptey, who is a Ghanaian star, who has been absolutely lights out and very exciting at right wing back, who is still only 22 years of age, who has come from Chelsea's academy. As well, having the likes of Simon Adingra, who has looked fantastic, the Ivorian Coast left winger and attacker, the 21-year-old, who has looked absolutely brilliant for Brighton and Hove Albion this season. And now adding that, another exciting young wonder kid from Africa, showing how much talent this nation and this continent has in the world football is going to grow and grow and grow. And Brighton bringing in Carlos Baleba is a huge statement. And yes, we're going to see a new Brighton midfielder, and for me, I think he has a higher ceiling than Moises Caicedo. I haven't watched him week out and week in, because of course last year he didn't play a heck of a lot of games, but I did manage to see him because I'm also a Canadian men's national team content creator on my other On The Rise channel, and I saw him playing for LOSC Lille quite a bit when I would see Jonathan David playing. As last year he did manage only 5 starts, but coming on for 19 matches in total, having a lot of substitute appearances where he did play and have 478 minutes. That says a 18-year-old, guys. This is a 19-year-old midfielder. This is a wonder kid midfielder. And the fact that he managed 19 games at the age of 18 in Ligue 1, with a decent, okay, LOSC Lille side, nothing spectacular like they were a couple seasons ago where they won the league. But what he managed to do as an 18-year-old, finishing in 5th place with LOSC Lille, proving himself, and the fact that they trust him to be their Moises Caicedo replacement speaks to volumes of how good Carlos Baleba will be and probably will get to on his level. How often has this Brighton and Hove Albion scouting department failed? Very, very rarely. You just look at the players, Karo Matoma, Simon Andingra, Tariq Lamptey coming from a rejection from Chelsea. This scouting department has done wonders. And you just got to look at some of the players they currently have. And bringing in Carlos Baleba to replace Moises Caicedo, I can't speak enough volumes of how much that means for Cameroon, for their young talented wonderkid here in Carlos Baleba, and how much that means to come in and take the steps and back up the role of a 110 million pound footballer. They're trusting a 19-year-old footballer, a wonderkid, to step into the reins and take over a position, a number 6 position that in world football is really going for millions, hundreds of millions. And they're trusting a 19-year-old to take a role of a 110 million pound midfielder and replace him. That speaks volumes. The fact that a 19-year-old is being trusted to step in and take cover from Moises Caicedo, and the fact that they trust him to do this, shows how much Roberto De Zerbi speaks highly of him, shows how much Roberto De Zerbi wants him and knows he's going to be that wonder kid and that star that he believes in. So I think this move is huge. It speaks so much volumes. There is so much backing up why this move makes sense, and I think it's going to work wonders. But also, before I wrap this up, guys, the fact that they are getting a wonder kid, 19-year-old, number 6. They're not getting a box-to-box, a Enzo Fernandez. They're not getting a number 10, a Bruno Fernandes. They're getting a holding midfielder. And let me emphasize that to you. A holding midfielder, a number 6. Look at what number 6s and holding midfielders have gone for in this market this summer, let alone in past years. This summer has seen the market blow up. Everyone's realized a number 6, a defensive midfielder, wins you games. And the fact that you're getting a 30 million 19-year-old wonder kid is mind-blowing. It's extraordinary. It is unbelievable business and scouting. And the fact that you're looking at players like Declan Rice, 115 million, Moises Caicedo, 110 and 115 million, and you're looking at players going for such astronomical fees, and you're getting a wonder kid who's 19 for 30 million, that is some of the best piece of business this summer. I think you're going to look back at this Carlos Baleba deal at the end of the year, and people say, I didn't even hear about this guy. Where did he come from? This is the deal of the summer, only 30 million. You're going to see pundits like Michael Owen, Jamie Carragher, Gary Neville talk about this guy at the end of the season. I 100% believe Carlos Baleba will be talked about at the end of the season by the top pundits, saying this might be the deal of the summer. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comments about Carlos Baleba joining Brighton and Hove Albion. Guys, also let me know what you guys think of me reviving the channel. Debating on making this a just straight Ghanaian football channel, but also debating on making this a African footballing channel. There is so much exciting stuff in the world of African football. It's a brilliant content for football, and it's such a rising continent, and all the talent coming from this brilliant nation, this brilliant continent is so exciting. And if you guys want to see me do just strictly Ghanaian football content, let me know. But if you guys want to see me do Cameroonian, Ghana, Nigeria, so many other exciting nations, because there's so much to talk about in the content, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Hit that sub button, drop a like, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.